Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. Well, it's that time of year again where we have the Marvel Legends leaks for the upcoming year. So if you don't want things spoiled for what's coming out next year, then why did you even click on this video? Why do you do this to yourself? So a little bit of due diligence beforehand. There is no guarantee that anything on this list is going to be made. At all. Whatsoever. This is just rumour and scuttlebutt. But I've heard it from sources who I trust. And actually, I got this information quite a long time ago. But I didn't make a video on it because honestly, I felt kind of bad about, giving out what Legends were going to do. But actually now, this information is on Reddit and various other places. People are talking about it. So I'm not breaking this news. As a friend of mine used to say, I don't make the news, I just report it. So let's talk about it. So coming in first, we've got a couple of X Factor figures. First of all, we're going to be getting green and yellow X Factor Jean Grey. But of course, wherever there's Jean Grey, you're going to be getting Cyclops as well. So there's going to be a single release Cyclops in his X Factor gear, which is kind of funny, since we do have an X Factor Cyclops already, and it's the other four that we still need. But I guess we're going to redo Cyclops, and then hopefully we're going to get Beast, Angel, and Iceman at some point to follow. Then we're going to get a little bit darker and a little more gritty. We're going to get X-Force. First of all, a 2-pack. We're going to get X-Force Warpath and X-23 together. Then we're going to take it to the skies with an X-Force Archangel. Going back down to Earth now, we're going to get a Dark Avengers, keeping it dark, we're going to get a Dark Avengers Moonstone, who will go perfectly with your Iron Patriot and the Marvel Boy that came out a while ago, so that's a little bit of brand synergy there. That one makes a lot of sense. Over on the Spider-Man side of things, we're finally going to get a retro carded Chameleon. Is he going to be the animated style with the purple suit? Is he going to be the classic smoking jacket, which is the one that I really want? I don't know. But apparently, that's what we're going to get. And now this is the big one for me. This is the one that I've been manifesting for the longest time, and I really hope it's true. 90s Clone Saga Kane. This is the one, baby. This is the one since I started collecting Marvel Legends that I've wanted more than anything else. My favorite character in all of comics. The degenerated clone of Peter Parker. If we get this, it's all been worthwhile. What is it? I don't know. But it would have been worthwhile. Then we're doing a little bit of a gender bending. We're getting female Electro. I can't remember her civilian name, but she's a fairly modern character. And yeah, I think she'll probably make a decent Marvel Legend. Female Electro. Then there's one which has been teased already, and that is Spider-Boy. We had a little sneak peek of the sneaker, which all the clever people, excluding myself, pointed out was definitely Spider-Boy, so you can expect him in the future. And the other figure that the Hasbro team have teased is Spider-Man Unlimited. It was a little wrist gauntlet that gave the game away on that one, so we'll be seeing him coming very soon as well. Then we got Agent Venom, which is a little bit late to the party, since Revoltech just put out a chef's kiss, gorgeous Agent Venom. But Marvel Legends, they do need to update their old Agent Venom, so I think people will be very happy to see this. Now we're going over to the Sony PlayStation universe. We're going to get two figures from there, apparently. First of all, we're going to get Sony Black Cat, which is kind of cool because we've got a couple of comic book Black Cats, but I still feel that they haven't quite nailed the character. So hopefully this PlayStation version will do her justice. And then we're getting a random alternate suit from the game. I think it's coded as 099. I don't know if that is officially the suit we're going to get, but it does also make sense because previously we got the spider armor and we got the velocity suit from the first game, so an alternate costume makes perfect sense. And the final Sony Spider-Man costume is going to be Ghost Spider, which I've seen a lot of customs of, funnily enough. So it's Ghost Rider Spider-Man, by the looks of things. White costume, flaming skull head. Doesn't do anything for me personally, but if you're collecting a whole big Spider-Verse, then he'll fit right in there. Then a super easy X-Men recolor for Marvel Legends. It is Banshee in his green classic attire. We've got the training suit, yellow and blue. Now we can get him in his original duds, and that's one that I think is going to make a lot of people very happy. Then, apparently on various Chinese listing websites where things are pre-ordered and whatnot, this is where some of this information is coming from, which is why I reiterate, take a little pinch of salt with some of these. There is Ultimate Fallout line. So yeah, Ultimate Comics characters, maybe this one's a bit nebulous. Now, a real old school classic that a lot of people have been wanting, and I've seen kind of leaked and teased on many different places, ROM Space Knight. This makes a lot of sense because there was one other character who was kind of tied up in legal copyright, and that was, is it Quasar? Is that his name? You know, the crystal guy. Crystal, that's his name, not Quasar. But we got him, which I think kind of opens the copyright door for more freedom of movement. So apparently we're going to be seeing ROM very soon. And keeping it spacefaring, we're going to get Adam Warlock. And I assume and hope that that's going to be a classic Infinity Gauntlet Adam Warlock, because we got a more modern one. But we really need the OG look for the character. So hopefully that's what we're going to see. Then, apparently, Ultimate Miles Morales, which I don't know about this one, because, I mean, we've got a lot of Miles Morales figures, and a lot of characters and figures that have that ultimate design, so I don't know about that one, but it's on the list. One for the Sony fans now, Tobey Maguire, black costume. If they actually make this one, then I think a lot of people are going to go quite giddy for this, because the No Way Home classic characters, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, people super dug those. So a black costume, symbiote, emo, Peter Parker, oh yeah, people are going to do the dance for that. Bolstering the animated X-Men 97 line, it's going to be Professor X in the hover chair, probably with the Hank Pym overalls, because that will fit perfectly with the 97 design. An easy recolor, put the Professor X head on him. I can see this being probably the most likely of all the figures on these lists. Couple of new Disney Plus figures now. We're going to be getting MCU Daredevil. When I first saw Daredevil, I thought, oh shoot, Ben Affleck? No, I'm sure this is going to be Charlie Cox Daredevil from the Born Again TV show. And he's not going to be coming alone, because we're also apparently going to be getting Frank Castle as well in the Punisher, guys. I can't believe that we're getting new Punisher figures with the Skull logo. That was a big surprise to me, and I'm very happy to see it. Another figure that people have been asking for a long time, and hopefully we're going to be seeing next year, Battle Damaged Spider-Man. So many times we've seen Spidey in a ripped up, damaged costume. It's almost as iconic as his regular costume, seeing Spidey all beaten and weathered. So if we get an action figure on this, which we have had in the past, then a new version of Battle Damaged Spider-Man, that would be really cool. Now we got a listing for Anti-Venom, which would kind of make sense considering that we're apparently getting Agent Venom as well. But what kind of Anti-Venom? Because it might be the original Anti-Venom, which is like Venom but with inverse colors. But also, if they do it right, he should have kind of like a skull kind of face that goes into a symbiote mouth. It looks really cool, and they did a good version of him. That was about 10 years ago. Well, maybe less than that. But a new update of that version would be cool. Or if it was just a white and black version of the classic Agent Venom, that would work too. Again, time will tell. Now the figure that I think a lot of us thought was going to come in the Destiny 2 pack, that is Mystique, but we are going to be getting her apparently as a retro carded version, which honestly is the form I would rather be getting her in. That means I can add her to the Brotherhood without paying tax for another figure, so I'm happy with that. Now, no list of figures would be complete without a Deadpool, and apparently, according to the list, again, no guarantees. Don't go selling your prized figures hoping that there's going to be a new version, because I'm not saying that, but we should be getting a Deadpool single release of the San Diego Comic-Con 2-pack. So the one that came with Hydra Bob, apparently we'll get a single carded version of that, and again, I think that's going to be a big seller too. Now, this is the one that I have the most skepticism for, but also it's the one that I want to have happen almost as much as Clone Saga Kane, and that is a Marvel vs. Capcom line, specifically the first game. So again, take this for what you will, but hey, if it happens, then yo, I called it. And if it doesn't, then, I mean, come on, like, no one's perfect, am I right? So we should be getting Marvel vs. Capcom, the full roster. So Shumagorath is the big missing piece. We should get the Octopussy Eyeball guy as a single release, along with Juggernaut as a single release. Will it be a re-release of the 2-pack, or a brand new Marvel vs. Capcom version? We don't know. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of 2-pack releases as well. And again, this makes sense. Since we got Cable, we're getting Blackheart as a Build-A-Figure. So the synergy is there. So for the 2-packs, I'm going to glance down and read from my notes here. We should be getting Captain America and Venom, then War Machine and Omega Red, then also Wolverine and Silver Samurai, followed by Psylocke and Thanos. I don't know. Again, this might be someone out there in the universe trying to manifest this, but I like the idea of it. Roll on 2025, and we'll see what happens. Now we've got an Iron Man wave, and this has a lot of potential. So there is obviously an Iron Man listed, but goodness only knows which one that might be. Then the big one, which I think a lot of people were surprised to see, is the Mandarin. We might actually finally get a Mandarin figure. This, I know, is going to make a lot of people very happy. He is the big bad of Iron Man, which hasn't been represented for literally decades. Hopefully, we'll be seeing another version of him very soon. Apparently, we're going to be getting a new Crossbones as well, who will be in a 2-pack with Constrictor, which is unusual, I guess. I mean, we have a Constrictor figure, but Legends do seem to be enjoying building out their Serpent Society. Maybe they want to do a new version. We got Crossbones too, but maybe they want to zhuzh him up somehow. So I can see this happening, but it is still a little bit of a curiosity. Then for this Iron Man wave, there should be another Punisher of some sort. Again, I still can't quite believe we're getting new Punisher figures, skull logo and everything. That's really great. So whichever one it is, hopefully just a classic version, we'll have to wait and see. And then the last figure that's, I was going to say confirmed, nothing's confirmed, but the last figure predicted for this wave is US Agent. And of course, it was only a couple of years ago that we got US Agent, but he has had various different costumes throughout the years, so let's see what this next one's going to be. And finally, a couple of mutant-themed characters to round out this list of speculation, leaks, rumors, whatever you want to call it. There's going to be a Generation X Husk, which would make sense since we got Monet just about a year ago. So we're going to get her, probably start building out the rest of Gen X. And then finally, we're going to get the Acolyte Fabian Cortez, who just has a big bang of 90s nostalgia from the animated show, from Fatal Attractions. Pair him up with Magneto. That's going to be a really good pair. And folks, that does it for this list of the leaked, rumored, out there in the universe Marvel Legends reveals for next year. Are any of these going to happen? I don't know, to be honest. I've got a lot of this information from sources who I trust. And a big thank you and shout out to you guys. I really do appreciate that. And I'm not naming you by name because various people have been like, hey, maybe, keep my name just like, don't go giving more information than you need to. I'm like, okay, so I'll keep kayfabe. But yeah, a lot of people have come to me with this info, which is why I don't mind making the video. Because if it was just me finding something out, I'd feel a bit mean. But actually, tons of people know this already, so if you want to share this information, then by all means, but you don't need to say that, oh, Model Behavior has the scoop. No, I ain't got nothing. I got but two things right now, pal. Jack and you know what. And Jack left town. But I do like to talk about things that might be upcoming, because it gets the people going, especially when it might be a 90s Kane. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then if you want to hit the old like button, that would be great. Or if you enjoy more of my output, some people do, then you might want to get a YouTube channel membership. That tosses a couple of bucks my way, buys me a drink. And as a way of saying thank you for all this content that I make, which to be honest, I'd make anyway, because I really enjoy doing this. So guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Cup of coffee. Big time.